NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has hardly opened its eyes, and the universe is new.
Never put a telescope this large in space.
The James Webb Space Telescope is a super advanced telescope that's going to explore places no other telescope has ever been. What makes it truly remarkable is its ability to provide answers to queries we haven't even considered yet, and providing solutions to questions that haven't yet crossed our minds. Exploring the outermost reaches of the observable universe has been one of the many intriguing enigmas that has always pricked our curiosity. But now, the James Webb Space Telescope has become a key to unlocking this cosmic mystery. With its powerful lenses, the JWST is looking even deeper into space, and it just revealed something groundbreaking, one that could potentially destroy the entire universe. Now, when we talk about the edge of the universe, it's important to know about something called the observable universe. This is like the part of the universe that we can see and study from Earth or with our space telescopes. It includes stars, galaxies, and other space stuff that we can reach with our tools. But here's the catch. The observable universe is just a tiny part of the whole universe. We can't see or understand everything out there. To get an idea of how big the observable universe is, think of it like this. It's around 93 billion light-years across. A light-year is how far light travels in 1 year, and that's a super long distance, about 5.88 trillion miles, or 9.46 trillion kilometers. So, the observable universe is this mind-blowingly huge space, approximately 93 billion light-years across, showcasing the incredible scale of our cosmic surroundings. It's so big that it's almost impossible to wrap our heads around it. But why exactly is the universe so incredibly big? The vastness of the universe. Well, it all goes back to when the universe started, and that's where the Big Bang Theory comes in. About 13.8 billion years ago, there was this huge explosion that kicked off everything. After that boom, the universe started expanding fast, and it's still getting bigger and bigger, kind of like a balloon being blown up. As the universe expanded, tiny particles clumped together because of gravity. This led to awesome things like stars, galaxies, and even planets like Earth. Over tons of years, these cosmic structures grew into all sorts of interesting shapes and sizes, making the universe super diverse with lots of different things to see. Even though the universe is crazy big, most of it is empty. To give you an idea, if we shrink our whole solar system down to the size of a quarter, the nearest star would be as far away as 2 soccer fields. And that's just in our Milky Way galaxy, which is just one of billions in the observable universe. Now, you might wonder, why can't we see the whole universe? Well, there are 2 reasons. First, light takes time to travel through space. When we look at faraway things, we see them as they were in the past. The farther they are, the longer it takes for their light to reach us. So, looking at distant galaxies is like taking a trip back in time and learning about the history of our cosmos. The second reason is the universe is always stretching out, like an inflating balloon. Galaxies move away from each other as space itself stretches. This stretching makes the light from faraway objects look different, shifting towards longer wavelengths, which we see as red. Eventually, some things move so far away that we can't see them anymore. So, considering all these things, it's not surprising that we haven't seen the entire universe yet. It's like a giant puzzle, and we're still figuring out all the pieces. Now, thinking about the edge of the universe is like diving into a super interesting topic that has intrigued scientists, thinkers, and philosophers for a super long time. And it's at this very edge that the James Webb Telescope has now made a discovery so terrifying, it's left scientists wondering if it could spell the end of our universe itself. The edge of universe. People have come up with all sorts of ideas about what's out there, but the real deal is still a bit mysterious. Let's check out 3 big theories that have caught people's attention. First up is the idea that the universe just keeps going forever, with no end in sight. It's based on this thing called the cosmological principle, which says the universe looks about the same in every direction. So, if this principle is right, it means the universe goes on and on without any borders. Then there's the second theory that says the universe is like a giant ball, not ending, but also not having a clear edge. Imagine if you could walk in any direction, you'd eventually end up right where you started, like a loop-de-loop. Now, here's the third theory that's pretty wild, the multiverse theory. It suggests that our universe is just one of many, like a bunch of parallel universes. Each of these universes has its own rules and ways of doing things. They could be totally separate or maybe somehow connected in a crazy cosmic way. So, we've chatted about these stunning ideas about the edge of the universe with all these different theories. Now, let's talk about a mind-blowing tool that could help us figure out these mysteries, the James Webb Space Telescope. It's like a cosmic detective ready to shine a light on the secrets of the universe. The James Webb Space Telescope and its recent discovery. The JWST telescope is like a time machine for space. It helps scientists look way back into the early days of the universe and find some surprising stuff. This extraordinary telescope has fancy abilities that let astronomers see unexpected things. In a recent study published in the Nature journal, the JWST found 6 huge galaxies that hung out between 500 million and 700 million years after the Big Bang. Scientists thought they'd only find small, brand-new galaxies, but the JWST surprised them big time. These galaxies are way bigger than anyone thought, shaking up what we believed about the early cosmos. But wait. There's more mind-blowing news. These galaxies are as grown up as our Milky Way galaxy, which is a whopping 13 billion years old. The stars in these galaxies together weigh several billion times more than our Sun. One of them might even be a crazy 100 billion times heavier than our Sun. Just to give you an idea, the Milky Way has stars that weigh about 60 billion times as much as our Sun. Now, here's the JWST's superpower. It can see things our eyes can't. Using infrared light, it spots the faint glow from old stars and galaxies that have been around forever. This means the JWST can take us back in time, giving us a sneak peek of what the universe looked like around 13.5 billion years ago. And trust me, this is where it gets really interesting. The universe breakers. Intriguingly, the universe is thought to be around 13.7 billion years old, and this discovery is like a plot twist in a super exciting story. It's as if we're rewriting the history books, and these huge galaxies, nicknamed universe breakers, are causing a real stir among scientists. They're like cosmic puzzle pieces that don't fit our old ideas. Before, we used to think galaxies started small, like little clouds of stars and dust, and then grew over time. But these universe breakers are shaking things up. When the telescope's data and super clear pictures came out in July 2022, scientists were blown away. These galaxies showed up as big, bright points of light, making researchers question what they thought they knew. To figure out the secrets of these colossal objects, scientists used fancy techniques to analyze light in different ways. This helped them learn interesting things like what the galaxies are made of, how big they are, and how far away they are from Earth. And get this. This groundbreaking discovery wasn't even at the top of the scientists' wish list for the James Webb Telescope. It went above and beyond what they hoped for, and it happened faster than they expected. Here's the really interesting part. There's a chance that some of the things spotted with the telescope might not be galaxies at all. While most are probably galaxies, a few could be sneaky supermassive black holes hiding in plain sight. And guess what? The total mass of stars in the universe might be up to 100 times more than we thought before. It's like the universe is revealing its secrets, most surprisingly. The discovery of oldest and farthest galaxies. This discovery is still blowing minds, even if we just look at half of the findings. With the super-powerful JWST, a team of scientists from around the world made an amazing find. They spotted the oldest and farthest galaxies ever confirmed. These galaxies take us back to when the universe was just a tiny bit of its age now, less than 400 million years after the Big Bang. The light from these galaxies reached us more than 13.4 billion years ago, as caught by the telescope. Just like the early pictures from the Hubble Space Telescope, the first images from the JWST showed a bunch of potential galaxies. But here's the interesting part. After carefully studying the light with special tools, scientists confirmed 4 of these galaxies. This not only helps them understand what these galaxies are like, but also tells them exactly how far away they are. To figure out the distance, astronomers use something called redshift. You might wonder, what's redshift? Well, when the universe gets bigger, things seem to move away from us, making their light stretch and shift to longer, redder wavelengths. It's like a cosmic stretching effect. While you can get an idea of redshift from pictures, scientists prefer to use spectroscopy because it gives super accurate measurements. The discoveries focus on 4 galaxies with redshifts greater than 10, which means they're far away. Before, the Hubble Space Telescope found 2 of these galaxies with redshifts confirmed to be 10.38 and 11.58. But the JWST pictures showed 2 even farther galaxies with redshifts of 13.20 and 12.63. A redshift of 13.2 means we're looking at a time around 13.5 billion years ago, unveiling ancient cosmic history. It's like we're peering back in time with a cosmic time machine. The JWST has this interesting mission called JWST, and it's like a big adventure to learn a bunch about the early universe. Back in 2015, a group of smart individuals from different countries teamed up to form JWST with over 80 astronomers and scientists. They wanted to check out a piece of the sky, including the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, which astronomers have been looking at for a long time. The JWST team used the telescope to look at this sky area for over 10 days and made a big discovery: nearly 100,000 faraway galaxies, each billions of light years away. Then, they used a special tool called the NEPEC spectrograph to collect light from 250 faint galaxies in just 3 days. This helped them figure out what's in these galaxies and their exact distance. By studying these galaxies, scientists can learn how they formed over time, kind of like understanding how people grow up. The JWST is like a superhero telescope answering lots of questions about galaxies, planets, stars, and other stunning stuff in space. It's like a treasure chest full of discoveries, showing us incredible things about the universe. The James Webb Space Telescope is like our space detective, giving us awesome insights into the cosmic world. Launched in December 2021 and set to work for about 2 decades, the JWST is on a big space adventure, going even beyond what the Hubble Space Telescope did before. Scientists and regular folks are super excited about it, sharing interesting photos and diving into new perspectives. Since late June 2022, the JWST has been busy revealing lots of things. Its super advanced infrared telescope lets us see far galaxies in awesome detail and peek into the past. In just a few days, it found thousands of galaxies we didn't know about before, and they're older and farther away than we ever thought. But that's not all. The telescope can also collect tons of light from things like exoplanets and baby stars, helping scientists learn what they're made of and how they move through space. This information is already showing us stunning details about the air around planets hundreds of light years away, giving hints about whether they could support life. But here's the really exciting part. The JWST might have found the oldest black hole ever seen. This supermassive black hole, way bigger than the Sun, lives at the center of a young galaxy that formed 470 million years after the universe started. Thanks to the telescope's powerful cameras, we're getting insights into the cosmic dawn when black holes grew over 1 million years after the Big Bang. Big black holes called quasars are much larger than the Sun and shine super bright in space, even way brighter than the brightest stars. The James Webb Space Telescope helps scientists find these black holes by looking at different kinds of light in the sky. Scientists found something interesting using the telescope. They saw faint traces of radiation from the stuff around a black hole when it was young. This helps them learn about what was happening in space during that time. Now, scientists are trying to find even younger black holes, called primordial black holes, which might have formed right after the Big Bang, but they haven't found them yet. There are two main ideas about why we have so many black holes now. One idea is that they're leftovers from really big stars that formed faster than stars today. Another idea is that dense clouds of gas suddenly collapse to make these mysterious black holes. Scientists are also looking into a special kind of star, called a population 3 star, that might have exploded, leaving a black hole behind. Scientists are working with an instrument called MIRI to study the light from faraway galaxies and get more clues about these mysterious black holes, especially the one at the center of a galaxy. They've even looked back to when the universe was just starting and saw 7 galaxies hanging out together, which is pretty stunning. Could we be witnessing the twilight of our universe? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more of the latest developments in space and the James Webb Telescope, be sure to subscribe to the channel.